I'm Nicole. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I want to share with you a few of our Halloween props that we made this year, or actually one. So we have a Harry Potter theme this year, and I've made a load of outside decorations for it already. We ordered some as well, but it's mostly handmade cardboard stuff. So one of the things we're making is a platform 9 3/4. We've got like a big banner up. And I made a little luggage trolley and some luggage to go on top of it, and that's what we're going to do today. And I'll share sort of the step-by-step with you, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's start. And this is the little trolley and luggage that we're gonna make today. So first I wrapped a random cardboard box in some paper. You can use any size you like, and to make it look a bit more like a suitcase, I'm gonna add some corners. So I'm measuring out a good distance with my compass, and then I'm gonna trace that on some darker brown paper, and after we'll cut it out, and I'm gonna make 8 of those for all 4 top corners and the 4 bottom corners. Now once we're done cutting all of them out, I want to decorate them a little bit to make them look a little bit less cardboard papery. So I've got a metallic acrylic paint marker, I think. These are just from Kmart, metallic markers. You'll find them in the arts and crafts section. They're actually really good. And I'm gonna just trace around each of them. And after we're done tracing, we're going to glue them on the corners. So first, to find the middle, I just fold them in half. And then fold them in half one more time, and that way you can find the middle of the circle. Now that middle will then go onto the corner of that suitcase, so that we can kind of make it like a shape around it. So I started gluing here, but I actually forgot that you need to cut it as well. So you need to make one cut from the outside, anywhere outside, to the middle. Not further than that, just cut to the middle so that this circle is open. And make sure you put loads of glue on so it doesn't come off. And then we're going to place it with the middle of the circle on the very corner of your parcel that you've wrapped, and then smooth down the top. Then smooth down one side, and then just sort of overlap the other side. There you can see I'm smoothing down that side, and then it'll all go onto this bit, and the other part will overlap a little bit. Just make it look nice. And then we're going to do that for all 8 of our corners. I'm just defining it a little bit, make it a little bit more cornery. And when we're done, we're going to put these little dots on, and they are supposed to be the little nail heads, like, you know, the olden-timey suitcases have. So we're going to again do that on all 8 of those, just for decoration really. And if you don't have a metallic marker, just use a darker brown pencil or pen or something like that to decorate it. Now next we're going to try and make some sort of belts to go around it, you know, like as I said, the olden-timey suitcases sometimes have. So I'm just doing some random measurements. I just want to make it sort of even. I'm going by eye mostly, but I want to make it even on both sides. So once I've got it sort of eyeballed on one side, I'll measure that and just copy the measurements onto the other side. And after that's all done, you can see I redo this a few times because I'm just not sure. And then after that's all done, I'm just tracing a sort of like what's going to be a strap all around the suitcase. So I've got to make sure like to know which side is the front, and they go over the front. Now I made mine probably about like 2 centimeters, so just a bit under an inch I think, wide. But it depends a little bit on the size of your suitcase and what you want to do, how you like the look. So you can just decide whatever works best for you really. And then I'm gonna draw on here some clasps. They are a little bit like belt buckles, maybe you could say. I free-handed this out. I just looked up like a picture on the internet and tried to copy it as best I could with a lot of like erasing and redoing and whatnot. So just try your best. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine certainly aren't. Just try and trace a little belt buckle around that strap. That's where it would be fastened. And obviously the little middle bit that I don't know the name of. And then we have a little sticky outy bit on the outsides just to make sure it looks more realistic. Now that's the end of that belt that's going around, so we have to draw that in as well. And now I'm just kind of taking some measurements, as I said, to make it sort of even on both sides. It doesn't have to be 100% because it won't be anyway, but just to give me an idea of whereabouts the next belt buckle needs to be. And then we repeat that process, as I said, on the other side. Make a nice little buckle there as well. You can make them as big or small as you like. As I said, it goes with whatever box size you chose and strap size that you chose. Once you've drawn everything you want to paint it, I am mixing myself some paint from burnt sienna and burnt umber, just a little bit of a darkish brown but not too deep, trying to copy sort of a leather look here. You can see I'm mixing those two to get it a little bit darker because I wanted to sort of have something in between. And then I'm just painting the inner lines as best I can. Just fill in those straps that we just measured and drew. So I'm not going to paint the bottom, as you can see. If you're a completionist, go ahead and do that. Nobody's going to see it, so I'm just going to do a little bit and then leave it at that. So while all this dries, I would like to have a little handle as well on mine. So I chose the brown felt over the black. I think that goes better with the whole look overall. And you can see I already drew on a little bit of a handle there with pencil. What I'm doing now is just measuring what I drew on there. That's about 12-13 centimeters or something long, and I'm just gonna add 2 or 3 centimeters in total to the length so that it will stick up a bit. Then I'll cut it out and we'll attach it with hot glue later. Alright, that's where it's gonna go. So we're gonna glue that down now into the shape that we already drew. If you don't want to do that, you can just wing it or eyeball it or whatever you like. I want to make sure it's a little symmetrical. Now the other thing I found are these little, I don't think they may be split pins, or I honestly don't know what they're called. So I'm gonna get 2 of those to sort of make a little, again, make it look like a little hammer, something that attaches the strap. So I'm gonna just take off the back of those real quick, and then I'm going to glue them down as well. So we're going to start with the handle. Remember, hot glue is very hot, be very careful. I'm just straightening out that strap because I didn't cut it very neatly the first time, so I'm just making sure that edge is straight, and we're going to attach that side as well. A little bit of glue, and then just pop it down. Just be mindful that it can be very hot and don't burn yourself. And there we have our little handle. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, now those little sort of nails or whatever fasteners that we're going to put on. They're nice and shiny. I will paint them with the same metallic pen later that I've got on the other side. This is me deciding that is not a very good idea. I'm a bit shaky, so it's probably not safe to put that straight on my finger because I'll probably end up with burns. So follow my example, do it the safe way, just pop some glue on there and then just put it on after. And as I said, I'm gonna paint those guys with the same metallic paint I used for the other bits once I'm finished. Just to tie it in a little bit more, so it looks a bit more coherent. Alright, now everything has dried. As you can see, I've given it a go with a crayon there, because it's a nice shade of brown. I'm using a pencil first to color it all in, and I really like that shade, but I'm realizing in a little bit that it is just not enough. It doesn't look good, it doesn't look realistic, and it also doesn't cover the paint very well. Here I'm adding just a little bit of a nub that usually sticks out to hold the buckle in place. If you are like, get yourself a belt or something out and just copy that, or look up some pictures of belts or something like that on the internet and just try and copy that the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's perfectly fine, it's just a decoration for a day or two. Now I've decided finally that we need to use those metallic markers. Apologies for my voice, I've got a bit of a cold, I think. So I'm just going for that, making sure to also color in that little thing that goes up. I don't know what it is called. And I will later on, once everything is dry there, I went ahead and just traced the outside of all of that with like a dark brown pen. You can use a black one as well, obviously. It doesn't really make a huge difference, just to give it a bit more texture, to make it look a little bit more realistic, or maybe just give it pop, make it pop, really. And we're doing the same on the other side and tracing those holes, and also the edge of the belt with, or the bottom edge of the belt with a bit of that pencil. And as I said, I'll go over that with a proper pen later on just to make it pop a bit more. And now that our suitcase is finished, we're going to start on the trolley. You can see I'm using some poly pipe for the handle and some wood for the base. I have painted this with black and metallic paint to make it look like metal, and then use those little pipe holders to screw it onto the base of my trolley. Now I'll show you the base as well. That is made just from a piece of plywood on the bottom and a random piece of other wood just to attach those trolley handles to make them more stable. And that worked out really well. I think that can pass as a trolley. To stabilize, I'm putting this little board underneath. It's got wheels on it. If you don't have that, you can just put like some blocks of wood underneath. It's just to make it stable, and this way it can also move easily. Then we're gonna put our suitcase on the bottom, which I think actually turned out really well. From afar, I think you can be fooled into thinking it's a suitcase, then a little package. And I'll show you a close-up of that later as well. And Hedwig, of course, not to be missed. She needs to go on the very tippy top. And there you have your Harry Potter luggage trolley to go with your platform. I just used an old decoration cage thing for Hedwig and just popped the skull out that came with it and put her in there. Those stickers I just googled and we got them from Pinterest. I printed them out and stuck the ones that I wanted on, a little Hogwarts crest as well. And there we have our beautiful trolley and suitcase. You can see the detail on that. I painted those little nail looking things to just tie in with the rest of the color, and I think it's pretty good. I hope you like it, and I hope you'll join me again next time. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.